All right, Geezer here, yeah, I guess you're into the shadow. He's rambling along, Talks about all kinds of things, the shadow. Uh, he gave me a heads up. He wants me to talk about intent. I guess that's a good topic, intent, because you're out hiking. What is your intent for that day? You went out on a day hike. You might take some essentials with you. You're going to carry water, some food. You're going to carry your bag, which normally has itch. You're going to carry your bag, which normally has the stuff you gravitate towards, right? So you're going to have a knife on you. You might have a pry bar. You're going to have a lighter, a ferro rod, stuff like that. Wipes, first aid kit. What's your intent? You know, did you check the weather? Are you on a trail you're familiar with? Are you in an area you're familiar with? Do you know what animals are out and about? Do you know where their water sources are? If there are water sources, do you have gear for water sources? Which we're solving, so we're going to solve that. If you don't have what I'm going to have, then you're going to have a dirty bag and a filter and a backup and on and on and on. It's backups. The problem with hiking and camping is backups to everything. Do you have at least two ways to do something? That's why people carry four knives, right? If I go out for a walk in the woods, I'm going to have a survival knife dangling, and I'm going to have a good fixed blade. I mean, a good foldable. And I'm going to have pepper spray. And I'm going to have a flashlight. And I'm going to have keys. And a wallet. And a pouch. And a sling bag. And clothes. And water. See, it just keeps on going. What is your intent? In Washington, which is the state that I have most of these crazy experiences in, I'm out with all this gear, especially because it's raining, and people are out in shorts and t-shirt and flip-flops. They don't care they're wet. They don't care that the forecast is partly cloudy and rainy and it's 85 and now it's 60. And I'm looking at them and they're sitting there freezing. I'm on a water taxi. I'm on the ferry. Okay? I never forget it. This couple was sitting there. I said, how's it going? Well, we're from Ohio. We moved here. We're not familiar with the weather. I said, well, I can see you're pretty cold. So what do? I do the right thing, right? Take off my parker and I wrap it around the woman. Not the guy. He can freeze like me. I wrapped the parker around the woman and I said, okay, you can warm up with my parker, but when we dock, you got to give me my parker back because I got quite a ways to go. So what happens? We dock. The ship's crew saw what happened. They came over. They gave them emergency ponchos to wear, which was very nice for them to do. Plastic ponchos, they gave it to them. The captain came by and thanked me for my act of kindness. The woman thanked me. The guy even thanked me. And he says, I look pretty bad, don't I? I go, yeah, you do. I said, get yourself a little backpack, carry this stuff. Don't worry about it. Just go to Walmart. It's cheap stuff. Just throw it in there. You'll be a hero. When you're the hero, things are a lot easier. That's it. What's your intent? Trash bags. I use trash bags exclusively in Washington. Was turned on by an old hunter. Get yourself 2-3 trash bags. Make sure they're contractual type, heavy duty, and throw the leaves in there and branches and pine needles and blah, 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 blah. Get your ass up off the ground. You don't have to have everything else. If you have the right gear to begin with, if you're going out and you know it's going to rain, you're going to be wearing a rain gear. Put your rain gear on. Leave your rain gear on. If it's raining, because if you have to stay, then you got the bottoms on, you got the top on, you got a hood, you might have a hat and other little things with you. You put that on, get your bags ready, you get your ass off the ground. Hopefully you got something else to put over you to stem the water away. You don't actually need a tarp, but a tarp would be handy, a very small tarp. He shows me what to do in his backyard. He shows me. That saved my life. That training episode he did with me saved my life months later. Because I remembered everything the guy told me what to do. And I did it. Because he said your intent is to see the sun come up, to see the next morning's dawn. And when you see the next morning's dawn, you're going to tank up with whatever remaining water you have, and you're going to book it out of there to get back to the trailhead. And that's exactly what I did. Leave everything that you don't need there. Because you got to, it's survival. You got to get back to your car. Just make sure you have your keys and get going. And that's what I did. And who cares? It's $50, $100, $200 worth of gear. Who cares? It's your life. You don't need to carry all that stuff out. And he's right. You don't. That's the intent. Intent is to stay alive. That's it. Nothing else. Don't romance, I'm going to start a fire with a Ferris rod, and I'm going to do this Swedish torch, and I'm going to do all... That's all bullshit. Yeah, it's good to know it, good to learn it. Go to survival camp, drop $500, they'll teach it to you. Or find yourself a man in the woods and get a couple lessons in his backyard that saves your life. Your intent. These old ladies down in REI, I shared these stories with you. Some people said to me, how could you listen to them? They lost their husbands. They're trying to help me out. Do I think they killed their husband? No. Did their advice sound kooky to me? Yes. I'm a masculine guy. I'm not going to wear tights. Not when they told me. I wear them now. You know why? Because they're warm. They do work. The difference is this. In my case, you're not going to know I have tights on because I have my hiking pants over my tights or sweats over tights. Not like some of my counterparts who walk around Tacoma with tights under their short, with shorts over their tights. That's not going to work because they're the victim, recipient of too many jokes and wisecracks. Okay? In my case, you're not going to know because I'm not going to walk around like that. But it works. The other thing that works, a great tip to me, was the waterproof socks. I have sealskin socks. So I have Merrell boots. Merrell boots that are just regular, straight hiking boots. Nothing special about them. I can walk in the water. They are somewhat water resistant to a point. But if you got to go across a stream, and you know you're going to have to go across the stream in that hike, you might as well just put on sealskin socks. So when you walk across the stream, yeah, your boots get wet, but your feet are dry. And you'll never get a blister. Hey, what's your intent when you're out hiking about? Let me know.